ventricles.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Maybe we just have it oriented.
So, I mean, I want you to, the thing is, I can orient it anyway, so we're going to figure it out regardless.
The picture made us just assume that we had it right.
Well, if you would, if it were this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then that's a ventricle.
Yeah. Okay.
And this side just looks better, so I'm flipping it over. That's all. This is just easier. Something went crazy with the muscle here. It like got dug out. I don't know what that is going on. But anyway, okay. So you've got your ventricles are the bigger chambers here and here. You cannot see the atrium on this side because it is up in there.
Okay.
Since the heart is not symmetrical, it's hard to cut a heart and get all 4 chambers. This is the atrium on this side because this is the valve that separates it. So you have a left ventricle and a left atrium here. You have a right ventricle, and then again the right atrium, if I stuck my finger up in there, would be up in there. The chordae tendineae are attached to the flap that it's attached to is the atrioventricular valve. On the left side, it's called the bicuspid, and on the right side, which you cannot see because it's up in there, is the tricuspid. Just because this one has 2 flaps and this has 3 flaps. You don't have to know the flaps, but that's why it's called that. And then so that flappy thing right there. And then the chordae tendineae come down and they attach to these things poking out of the side of the heart are papillary muscles.
Okay.
The things that the chordae tendineae are attached to. Now, how did I know that this was the left side and this is the right side?
Is the right side bigger?
The left side's thicker. This is left, this is right. So look at this wall thickness versus this wall thickness, right? This is the septum in between, this separates them. So I'm looking at this versus this and see how much thicker this one is. The left side of the heart has to pump blood everywhere because it goes out the aorta and goes everywhere. The right side of the heart pumps blood to the lungs, so it doesn't have to go as far. So this is a mirror image of what you're seeing there, but everything else is the same. It's just a matter of whether it's left or right. Like chordae tendineae, pulmonary, papillary muscles, the stuff you haven't quite found yet. It doesn't matter if you're looking in the left or the right side. The only thing that matters is, of course, obviously calling it the left versus the right ventricle, and then the bicuspid and the tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve looks just like this one. It's just going to be on this side instead of being on that side. Everything else that you have to find, it doesn't matter if it's left or right. So if you do need to know which is left and which is right, if I ask for a chamber, if I ask for one of the valves, then the way you're going to know is by looking at the thickness, because then I could put this upside down, inside out, doesn't matter, right? You know for sure. That help get started?
Yeah.
Okay. The front. So the sheep is looking at me, right? And the way I know that is I look for this guy, because see, that's not on this side. This one coming across here, that is your pulmonary trunk right there. And the aorta is behind it. And then we have an auricle here. The groove is this guy right here.
Oh, so it was that.
And that separates the right and the left ventricles. So it's the septum inside. It's the groove on the outside. It's lined up with it. That's right.
Okay,
Exactly
that'll
right.
help.
Yep. What else?
I think those were the
Or were we
last
good?
2 we were
Okay.
trying to
Well,
find.
we
Excellent.
got through on the inside, we got through, well, we just know that this is myocardium.
Right,
But then
absolutely.
what was the thing we were looking at for up
what was
here
that?
that we couldn't find on this side?
Was it the musculature?
Okay, sure. So did you get that the trabeculae carneae are these grooves that are on the wall of the ventricles? So I'm looking at the word that, let's see, where is it? It's right under chordae tendineae in the second column there.
Yeah, well, we
Okay.
just knew those were attached.
So those are referring to the ridges, exactly, within the ventricles. The musculi pectinati
We
is
thought it was ridges too.
it's ridges just in the atrium.
Okay.
That's all. Same exact thing. So
like,
any
would
of
this-
these, that's a ventricle
Oh.
because that matches with
Oh,
this.
okay.
But like right up in here, for example,
okay.
see those ridges there in the atrium because it's above the valve. So those would be the musculi pectinati. These would be the trabeculae.
Okay.
So yeah, same thing, just different location. That's all.
And is this the aorta?
So I
Like
would
back
only
in-
ask that to you from the outside. So again, as long as you find the pulmonary trunk coming straight across here above the auricle, the aorta is right
Okay.
behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.